Hey everyone, welcome to Mock Draft Monday. I am your host, Anthony Joki. Alongside me, Jackson McCurry. Jack, it's National Championship Day. Got my sweatshirt on over here for the Buckeyes, and I'll tell you what, this is going to be a fun one tonight. But we're going to have a handful of these guys that are going to be eligible for the draft in April, and um, you know we had a lot of success with our mock draft Monday last week, so we're back to do another one. This week we're going to do it on NFL Mock Draft Database, the simulator that they have. How we doing, man?
Doing well, man. Looking forward to tonight's game between the Buckeyes and the Fighting Irish, and hopefully Ohio State brings home another national championship. I remember watching the one in 2003 quite vividly. It's one of my fondest sports memories, and of course the one in 2015 with Cardale and all that elite talent they had. So hopefully, once again, the Buckeyes can bring it home.
You know, one of the players on that, 02, 03 team that my dad really despised was Donnie Nicky. It seemed like he always didn't really, do what he needed to do, and he was petrified that um, on that last play he was going to knock that ball up in the air. He should, and somebody from Miami was going to catch it. So that still kind of haunts him, and creeps up in his dreams every now and then. But hopefully we don't come down to an overtime game tonight.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, that one was quite the thriller, and hopefully it's along the lines of 2014, 2015, where we just beat the brakes off the Fighting Irish and we can all relax towards the end of the game and just rejoice in the moment of once again the Buckeyes winning the national championship.
That would be nice, and we'll see what happens tonight. But I think it'll be a good game. All right, so we are here to do another mock draft Monday, and obviously we're going to be picking for the Browns. I think next week, Jack, we're going to do an all AFC North mock draft. I think that would be um, relatively fun to do. And kind of maybe we'll only do the first round or maybe the first couple rounds. So that
Yeah.
way we're not, picking, 40 players or so. Because at the end of that, it would get a little tedious. But I think, that'll be a fun exercise to kind of go through the rest of the AFC North, look at their needs this offseason and where they're sitting currently in the draft. But for this one, we are going to stick with the Browns and the settings. You kind of keep it normal, 25 drafts, 7 rounds. You're gonna keep it normal speed, and then you do standard, right? Not free for all.
Yeah, we
Okay.
keep it standard.
All right. So enter the draft room.
This is the draft simulator that I use the most, especially with my weekly articles that I do with the mock draft. So
Okay.
they're pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, it was funny. Before we recorded this, I had a couple trades that were offered to me that were a little busted, I think, and one sided. I obviously took them, but hopefully we'll get one of those while we're doing this. All right.
Right.
Now I've done this twice. The number one pick has been a toss up between Ward and Sanders. Let's see who Tennessee picks here, and that kind of may dictate what. All right, they went with Cam Ward, and since we went with Shador Sanders last week, what do we want to do here? Do we want to explore maybe a trade down? Do we want to take a different player, number two? How are you feeling with this one?
Um, I'm not opposed to a trade down. Obviously, the computer or the AI or whatever you want to call it didn't send us any offers. Obviously, we know there is quite a few teams behind us that could want to move up for Shador. The Giants could want to flip picks. The Raiders, the Saints, the Cowboys, for instance, based on the activity this week that's going on down there in Jerry World. But I'm not opposed to a trade down, and I'm also not opposed staying pat and taking one of the blue chippers.
Do we want to see what we can squeeze out of the Giants? Maybe uh,
Sure.
them
Yeah, let's
coming
start with the Giants.
coming up for Sanders. We'll do the Giants. And they're number one. Do we want to get a next year first? Because when I did this before, I was able to get like their second round and a couple fourth rounders, but not a next year first. Do we want number 34 or do we want a next year first?
Um, let's let's try next year's one. Let's just click on it real quick and see if they're saying
No,
it's
it's
too
too much.
much. So click that off. Yeah, it's confusing. Like
Clear
you
and
can't
go
just
back. All right, so maybe 134.
and then see if we can squeeze 134 out of them.
When I did, I was able to get 103 and one. Do that. Do we want to maybe try to squeeze 103, and if it's too much, maybe give them 167?
Yeah, we can do that.
That's still pretty good. So
Yep.
dropping down one spot, getting a second and two fourth rounders. Is that enough for you?
That's fine. For this simulator scenario, we can just go ahead with it. Yeah.
All right. That they take Shador. All right, we have four trade offers. We are not dropping out of the first round. Patriots want to trade up one spot for um, second rounder, fourth rounder, and seventh rounder next year. Might hang on to that one. The Bengals 1749, a fourth, sixth, and seventh next year. No, not yet. Last one. Niners coming up eight spots for a third, fourth, two fourth rounders, and a seventh rounder. No on that one.
No.
So who do we think New England's coming up here for? Travis Hunter, maybe?
Probably like Travis Hunter or um maybe a wide receiver, maybe McMillan. Um see I don't I I like to keep these as realistic as possible. And I don't know if they'd give up all of that just to move one spot. Maybe Elliot Wolf or Mike Vrabel is crazy enough to do that just to secure a player that they would probably get at 4 because I know where we're probably going to go here, but like
Yeah, I'm not. I'm
I
not. I'm not passing this up because I would just obviously down to like two players here. I really want one of them. Um, it's up to you though. I made decisions last time. You can make.
let's just stand pat.
All right, we're gonna reject this one. All right, so probably three guys here: Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter, Mason Graham. Could all consider at this pick.
Yes.
Which route would you go here?
Abdul Carter.
Yeah, I feel like this one's a no. I mean, he was so dominant against Notre Dame, and even though they didn't win the game, he was just all over the football field. And pairing him on the same defensive line as Miles Garrett, I think, would be a pretty disgusting thing for sure. All right, so we'll take
Yes,
Carter.
absolutely. If
Well,
they don't go quarterback at 2, like that's the guy right now that I definitely want.
yeah, yeah, I'm right there with you. New England took Will Johnson, so I would have been very curious if they would trade up one spot for him. Uh, that's the route
They
they want
have
to go.
they have Gonzalez. I mean, they could solidify corner in that route, but I don't know if they'd essentially do
Well,
that.
if you're
Of course,
if
if they take Travis Hunter, then
right, like, why would you take Will Johnson over Travis Hunter in this situation?
right, it doesn't make any sense. Will
Uh,
Johnson's good, but Travis Hunter is obviously the non-quarterback prize of this draft.
all right, let's. How far do you want to let this go? Maybe around pick 16 to see where things are.
Sure. Like pick 20 maybe.
All right, so we're sitting at pick 17, Cincinnati. Still got quite a few big names here: Kelvin Banks, Ashton Genty, Michael Williams, Jalen Walker, Tyler Warren, who's just going to be a beast. Um, do we want to attempt to trade up because we do have two second rounders, 33 and 34? Do we want to try to get up to this spot to maybe take an offensive tackle, or do we want to
Well,
stand
I
pat?
doubt Connerly went 15. That's pretty crazy. I mean, Kelvin Banks is on is on the board. He's the best tackle in the draft. I mean, I would attempt to move up here. I don't know if Cincinnati would be the ones that we'd realistically would move up with, but yeah, I would definitely
Let,
try to.
let's go one more pick. Maybe let Cincinnati pick since they probably wouldn't trade with us.
Right.
All right, watch them take Kelvin Banks. All right, so let's try and trade with Seattle. Do we'll do 34.
Do 34 and like maybe one of those extra fourths we've
93. Have to. How would you feel about
can we
that?
do can we do 34, 93 and like 102? It's close. Scroll down in our picks. We give them like 190. Is that it's close. All right. 177, maybe. Not both, but like okay, 34, 93, and scroll back down. 177. That's not close enough. Would 167 do it?
This might be a little too high. I think to unless you're doing like 34, 67, and 93.
Yeah, I wouldn't do all that just to move up. No, I would not do that at all.
Probably not there either.
Let's go down a couple more picks and see if he's still there.
Nope.
He went off the board. All right. Yeah. At this point, I would just stand pat.
Kind of let it roll here.
Yeah, because I really like let it go a couple more picks. Okay, stop. I'd move up now, honestly, for Warren or Milrow or Abuka. Like one of those three. The Rams like to trade picks, so
Do we want a tight end or a receiver? With the 5th year
or
contract or the fifth
or a
year option
quarterback.
or quarterback.
Quarterback. Like Milrow's got that connection with Reese. I mean, it's
Try 34. I feel like we
that was gonna work. They're,
heavy on their side maybe.
um, try to get 125. Nope, didn't work.
8. You could click off of yours, but not.
Right. Eh, just leave it as it is. We have enough fourths and enough day 3 picks. We can
I mean, to get that 5th year option, that's very small price to pay, and of course, we're getting paid offers now.
right. Which
That's a pretty.
I
We're
no,
not
we're
going to
not.
do that. All right, so Jalen Milrow, you think would be
Yeah,
the route for this one?
yeah, because there's a good chance Warren might be there at 33.
I bet you he doesn't
Yep,
get past Kansas, but we'll see.
yep.
All right,
Milrose the pick here.
you went right next to Washington.
Yep. Lord, I don't want to do like more trades after the first round.
All right,
Um, honestly, like right here, it'd be Ibuka or Earsuri, I think that's his name. Which the Browns will get a good look at him in a couple weeks in the Senior Bowl with Ventrone
I feel like
coaching down there.
I feel like all these are good options, really.
They really are. I mean, we could use a corner for the future. Ibuka would be a nice wide receiver to add to the room. Nolan, as far as D tackles go, and then Earsuri, offensive tackle, which we definitely can't avoid.
Right. Is there a tackle you think that could be there at 67, or probably not?
Um, hit offensive tackles real quick, please. Millam's there.
Abel.
Zabel. I mean, one of them might be there, but that's such like a premium. Like,
Right.
whereas, like, click on wide receivers real quick. Like, there's options there. Obviously, Golden, who we took in the last one. Uh, the guy from Stanford, Elick. Jalen Royals, who a lot of people are sleeping on. I think he's going to rise during the process. Isaiah Bond, I really don't want to touch because there's rumors was about some potential red flags. I would probably, you know what? Like, I love Abuka, and I feel like there's probably going to be an offensive tackle there. So, I mean, it's up to you, but
I said you're
get a little
making the.
Buckeye flavor.
I told you you're making the picks this.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm going to go Abuka.
All right, let's go, Buka.
I feel like I made all the picks the last one too, though. That's why I was letting you make a call too.
I saw a couple
What pick are we at?
58.
Yeah, we might as well just let it go already.
I just saw Zabel go.
Okay,
Let's see.
they
Wow.
all went. Well, as far as best available, as we're looking at, I mean, D tackle, corner, an edge, another edge, which they probably wouldn't do that. Um,
Jalen Royals. Who you think?
we're not taking two
Oh, that's
receivers.
true.
Yeah, the safety. There's a guard, Ratledge. Um,
Davion Henderson.
Trevion
Phillips.
Henderson. Running backs, like it's deep. Like we don't have to
Right.
push that one.
Oh, yeah. Not now.
Yeah, as far as it goes right now, go back to best available overall.
Other D tackle.
Well, we haven't taken one yet.
Well, I mean, I guess to add to the.
Yeah, I mean Sanders is here, like, but I'm gonna say this because I think people will probably sleep on it. I expect they're gonna take a corner in the top 100. So
I
I'm
wouldn't
gonna
be
go
surprised
Maxwell
at.
Harrison
I
here.
wouldn't be surprised at that at all.
I just feel like people aren't talking about it, but I mentioned it last week. Emerson entering his last year under contract. Newsom is a trade candidate, and I think it's probably well expected they'll probably try to trade him. And I mean,
He's,
Denzel is Denzel.
I'm pretty sure he's taking one in every draft.
Yeah, he's taken one or added one at least in a draft cycle, whether it's UDFA's or like last year they took Miles Harden. The year before that they took Cam Mitchell. The year before that they took Emerson.
Yeah. All right, let's go Harrison then.
2021 they took Newsom. Yeah, I'd take Harrison.
All right, a few different options
Click.
here. A couple
Yep.
safeties. Davion Henderson.
Sage.
How do you say this last name? Atibo?
Scatabo.
Atibo.
Can
Jackson
you hit
Dart.
offensive tackles? We already took a quarterback. We're not taking Jackson Dart. um, I don't know a lot about Ernest Green, but we've avoided offensive tackle enough. So give me Ernest Green because there will be a running back there at 102. I will guarantee it.
And those two running backs,
They both went.
they both went.
All
We're
right.
we're we're, we're striking out here.
No, we're not, because there's a running back right there that I liked last year's draft cycle. Mocked him a couple times when I wrote for Dogs by Nature. Um, I think he could be a potential sleeper in this class. The kid from Kansas, Devin Neal.
All right.
Yep. We start getting in the weeds.
Yeah, we're starting to get to the.
Need a linebacker, need a safety. God, at 134, if Rod Moore was actually there, that'd probably be the steal. Um, Tight ends, Luke Lachey. Gaddison's a big body for Syracuse, was a target for McCord.
Evans. Okay, not
It'd
yet.
be interesting to see what he does tonight against Ohio State's defense. Um, God, give me Rod Moore from Michigan.
One more.
Yep. It'd have been him or Chris Paul Jr. Probably look at linebackers here at the next one, or if Lachey's still there.
Oh, he went. I saw.
He did go. Okay. Or get. Mm,
That's another one I like too. Powell Ryland from Virginia Tech.
yeah.
Gaddison here.
Higgins from Iowa. Can you hit linebackers real quick? Kaiser, who we'll see tonight.
There's a lot of prospects to watch tonight. Like it's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, without a doubt. Especially like early in the draft.
Obviously, that's why
It,
these two teams are in the national championship game. There's a lot of guys that are going to be drafted.
right. I mean, honestly, you look at it. Both quarterbacks, Leonard and Howard, they'll be in the Senior Bowl. Um, our running backs, Henderson and Judkins, both like Judkins still hasn't declared. He has until later this week. All our defensive guys, Abuka, there's some of their defensive guys. Like, there's a lot to
Is
be
their left
had.
tackle draft eligible? I know he's out tonight, but
I don't think so because I haven't seen him in any mocks. So I think he's a guy that'll be probably next year. Here at 167, give me Gaddison.
Gaddison.
He's a guy that I think on day 3 that's worth a lottery ticket. And look, right there. We'll take Higgins with the next pick to address linebacker from Iowa.
Seems like you can't go wrong with a linebacker.
I mean, the last no, wait, that was Schober was from Wisconsin. I don't know why I was thinking he was from Iowa. Um, God, what else do we need to hit here?
Maybe Laughlin. I know he's injured, but
With all the day 3 picks, I know the Browns have taken chances on guys coming off injuries. Obviously, Zinter last year. McLaughlin was really good for us.
double up on tight
Um,
ends down here with Evans.
uh, in my I'm kind of thinking already ahead towards free agency. I think the Browns will add one in free agency, one in the draft. So I don't want to double up on tight ends here. Um, God, I would take I at this point at pick 190, like you're literally just taking lottery tickets on people. That's how I feel. So why not take McLaughlin here?
In worst case, he's the backup guard or center.
Yeah.
We'll see
I mean,
how Whippler comes back from his injury.
right. And that's the thing is we have Whippler. Posick they could move on, but I feel like they're gonna give him another crack, especially with Stefanski taking back the offense. Maybe he'll rebound. Okay, here, Anthony. This is the question I'm gonna have for you real quick.
All right, what you got for
Because
me?
we're sitting here with McCord on the board. If the Browns took a quarterback in the top 2 rounds, would you be opposed to them double dipping and taking somebody like in the 6th or 7th round?
No, because they need to add at least two anyway, and maybe three. With free agency, because I don't see DTR coming back at all. So I wouldn't be shocked if they took two of these guys in the draft and maybe bring in a veteran free agency. I can see that that's the route that they or trade,
Yeah.
but I see
Yeah.
more
And
one veteran free agency and maybe two in the draft.
in the one they take in the 6th and 7th round, they can hopefully try to stash to the practice squad because they're gonna carry 4 quarterbacks, but then if they IR Watson, he'll be off the roster, so they'll carry 3. I'm sure they'd like another option on the practice squad if they make it that far. At this point, with what we need, you know what, this might be controversial, but take Kyle McCord here.
And PFF loves him. Like all his grades are really high.
They love the quarterbacks big time.
Yeah.
But yeah, take McCord here. He's worth the. I'm sure Browns fans will hate me for it, but those are also the Buckeye fans that
I was gonna say the
don't like him.
all right, so we got back to back picks here in the 6th round. We still got Kaiser double up on running back. Um, that's definitely a
Mm,
possibility.
I wouldn't mind doubling up on offensive tackle here. So take Trapillo with one of the picks from
Hello.
Boston College. And then actually, I'm doubling up on defensive lineman. Give me Hemingway from South Carolina.
Oh, that's a more of a D tackle then.
Yeah. But didn't we take a D tackle?
No,
Oh, we didn't. Okay. Well, then that would
we
make perfect sense to take a D tackle.
yeah, we talked about it. And Mr. Irrelevant pick. Who do we want to take
Ooh.
for that?
On this list of people, let me look up something really quick here.
Jalen Reed, Jalen Smith.
That that's what I was looking at because I want to see if Moore and Reed are like similar players because like I can't remember off the top of my
Oh,
head.
you want to take a third quarterback?
No, I'm not taking a third quarterback. I'm not. We're not going to do that thing where the people are. We take a quarterback with every pick.
Can we
It'd be
can we do
hilarious.
that for one mock draft Monday? Or
it would. It would be
hold
quite
on,
amusing.
hold on. Let me check something. April 1st is on a Tuesday. I was hoping it'd be on a Monday because that would have been a perfect setup for that. But we should still do it for April Fools.
It would be hilarious.
We have to remember that one.
Um, just looking up real quick.
What we could do is when we take all the different quarterbacks, say we're gonna move them to such and such a position, and just draft all quarterbacks, but we're moving them to different spots on it. Like all the
Jalen Milrow,
all,
running back.
all the morons that said Lamar should play running back.
Oh, you mean moron executives that somehow made it to the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, yeah, yes.
Okay,
But
sorry
we
everybody.
but,
I'm like
but we
I am
digress.
looking up real quick. Okay, Rod Moore didn't play. That's why you know what? Just take Jalen Reed because you look at the safety room. It's Delpit, Thornhill. We expect to get cut.
Ronnie Harrison
Hickman,
or Hickman. Sorry,
uh, yeah, Ronnie Hickman.
I
So
meant
we
Hickman,
need
not Harrison.
safeties. So Rod Moore's another one of those guys that was injured, but he's talented. He was part of that national championship defense. So, uh, and that's that with the mock, which I'm sure we'll recap it real quick here at the end for everybody.
Yep. So to recap,
Oh, hit,
uh,
hit save, Anthony, so
okay,
you get the full.
why keep you around? Give me good ideas.
Just hold on, it's loading.
I know this is kind of a slower site.
Yeah, a little bit. I think it's with all the ads. You go ad free, it's a lot faster.
All right, so the trade recap. We dropped down one spot, got pick 334, 103, 34, and then we moved up from 34 to 26 and also gave up 103. So we ended up with Abdul Carter, number 3, Jalen Milrow, Fuqua, Maxwell Hairston, Ernest Green, Devin Neal, Rod Moore, Rondé Gaddison, Jay Higgins, Seth McLaughlin, Al McCord, Ozzy Trapillo, Tonka Hemingway, and Jalen Reed. How do we feel about this?
I feel good about it. I mean, we traded down, collected future picks. Or did we get future picks in the trade down?
No.
No, okay. So we traded down, collected more picks, and then we were able to maneuver getting Carter, who's one of the blue chips in the draft, move up to get Milrow, which I think Browns fans probably wouldn't be too disappointed. I know some aren't the biggest Milrow fans, but you get him for 5 years, so that's you get that extra fifth year.
And that's the main reason
Abuka,
why we did that is to get the 5th year option on him.
yes, ideally, much like Baltimore moving up to get Lamar Jackson, we move up for Milrow to get the fifth year option. Getting Abuka at the time of the second round, it would be amazing because I do think he goes first round. Um, Hairston, the corner, Green, offensive tackle. More or less at this point is development. Maybe you sign somebody in free agency and you groom Green behind that guy or behind Conklin at right tackle. And then, you take Devin Neal at 102, which I think he could be a contributor at the next level. And then, like, you take chances on guys, injured guys like Moore, McLaughlin. We take another quarterback and Kyle McCord, which I'm sure Browns fans will have plenty to say in the comments and on social media, but all in all, I feel good about this. Like I said, I focus more on the top 100, and then it's taking positions of need or guys I like after that. So all in all, I feel good about it, man. How about you?
Yeah, I was gonna say you look at this top 100 here. These 5 guys: Carter, Milrow, Ibuka, Harrison, and Green. Those are all positions of need, and I think those are guys that could all contribute next year for sure.
Yeah, without a doubt.
All right, I appreciate everybody sticking with us for another mock draft Monday. I'm Anthony Joki. He's Jack McCurry. Like I said last video, I finally fixed his Twitter handle or X handle down there uh, for it to be the right thing. So be sure to follow him at Jack McCurry08, me at Anthony Joki, the Dawgland on all of the platforms. And until next time, always remember, go Browns and go Buckeyes tonight.